Hi, good morning, guys. This is Dan. Welcome to my channel, Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very, very much. This is your daily forecast for, actually, it's the weekly too, but it's the daily forecast from the 5th to the 11th of July. So this will be, on these three cards will represent sort of not only Sunday, the 5th, but also the underpinning energy of the week from the 5th to the 11th. So it's kind of like looking at it at a microcosm level and a macrocosm level, if that makes any sense at all. Sort of how, the energy mirrors each other. So each card will represent for a day or two of the week, sometimes maybe three. Some of you may experience only one card this week. Some of you may experience all the cards and then some. It really just depends on each person's individual experience. This is meant to be sort of just to give you a little insight into what you could potentially be expecting this week. It's not necessarily set in stone. So just making you aware of that. What else? If you want to support the channel, please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like. Hit the notification bell so that you get notified when I do go live. And you can follow my Instagram at Engelgeist333 if you want. And if you're interested in a private reading, feel free to message me at the Facebook business page and I can answer any questions you might have there. Alright, so let's see what's going on. God, I'm so tired. It's crazy. Alright. So at the beginning of the week, we have... Why does this feel like more than one card? So this is the Seven of Pentacles. So this is about hard work, as a rule. This is not a very inspiring... Can you guys see it? It's not a very inspiring card as far as art-wise, but what I do feel like the minute I look at this is at the beginning of the week, some of us, Seven of Pentacles is always about sort of like working hard, kind of channeling our energy into something specific. To me, these pentacles lined up like this feel like working our way up a staircase. I don't know why I'm seeing them as a staircase, but I feel like there's a forward movement maybe for some of us, or an upward mobility happening. I do feel like, Pentacles is a slower energy based in the element of Earth. So it feels to me like the wheels might be starting to turn a little bit slowly at the beginning of this week, starting maybe Monday for some of us. It doesn't necessarily mean that it'll be this Sunday, but the energy is beginning to ramp up. So if there's things that we want to focus on, now would be the time to do that. Now would be the time to kind of start to channel our energy into projects, endeavors, work, whatever it is that we've been kind of maybe putting off or not wanting to, not feeling like we have the energy to deal with it. I feel like the Seven of Pentacles does feel like it's starting to begin to get that forward momentum, like for some of us for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Now let's go to the midweek card and see what's going on there. Sorry, it's not much of a read on that, but that's sort of what I feel like is going on. So this is the Mother of Wands. This is like the Queen of Wands. I like that she depicts it with this sort of snake protecting her eggs. To me, this is sort of us. How do I want to say this? Like, the eggs feel like, when I look at the Seven of Pentacles, the eggs to me feel like whatever that project is, that idea, that thing that we want to bring into fruition, that we maybe start working on or creating into a reality in the early part of this week. By the midweek, it's more fleshed out. We're more aware of it. The Queen of Wands is the element of fire. There is that sort of a dynamic, action-orientedness to the Queen of Wands. She kind of, in my opinion, I feel like the personality of the Queen of Wands is somebody that's willing to do whatever they need to do to get done what they need to get done. The snake to me is very sort of kind of based in knowledge and that sort of thing, but also transmutation, like taking sort of experiences that we have and getting the most out of them, gleaning the most out of them. There's also sort of a protective nature to this card that I feel like I get this vibe that some of us might be a little bit volatile. We might be a little bit I don't want to say aggressive per se, but um, willing to certainly defend whatever it is that we find to be of value to us. Also, Mars has gone into the sign of Aries. So keeping that in mind, that's also kind of this fiery nature and energy. Be careful how we debate, be careful how we interact, especially with Mercury in retrograde. That fiery Aries energy in the home planet of Mars could be very dynamic and compelling and forward moving, but it could also be have the ability to sort of explode or you know, we might have to bite a few people. That's kind of what I'm getting with this snake. I feel like she's sort of poised back, rearing back to maybe potentially snap at somebody or bite somebody to back them off of whatever it is that we want or we desire that we feel like is important to us. Let's see what the end of the week energy is. Oh, great. It's our friend the devil. Good old Capricorn. Okay, and I love that he has the pentagram on his forehead. Like, how punk rock is that? Look at his little flaming feet. Get it, devil card. The devil always is about showing us where our weak points lie. And look at this little goat. Who wouldn't just love to lie with this little weak point? Um, the fire under our feet, to me, this feels like a dynamic energy, especially with this Queen of Wands in the midweek. It feels like that Mars energy in Aries is actually moving us forward. The devil is going to show us probably where our doubts are, where our laziness might be, where our slothiness might be, where we stand in our own way. He's going to make that undeniable for us by the week's end. If there's anything that we want or desire that we're working hard towards getting in the early part of the week, by the end of the week, we're going to certainly understand what's blocking us. And this could be blocking us either outside of us, which would be the devil card, or it could be what's internally blocking us, right? If we kind of, are getting in our own way, underselling ourselves, not putting forth enough effort, losing steam, anything like that. The devil to me is also, I'm just going to take you down this path a little bit. He's associated with sort of the 7 deadly sins. And in that regard, where are we being sloppy? Where are we being greedy? Are we being, any of those things, right? Devil can also represent sort of addictions and that could be addictions to food, to Facebook, to drama, to drugs, the devil challenges us to sort of look at the parts of ourselves that we don't want to see, right? And take ownership of that. And I feel like the Queen of Wands and this Devil card are powerful cards. He is major arcana, so he's going to bring, by week's end, some lessons to us. It doesn't necessarily have to be painful, right? Certainly with this Queen of Wands energy in the middle of the week, I feel like, and even the 7 of Pentacles at the early part of the week, we have the skill set and the ability to work hard at whatever it is we want. We also have the ability to sort of defend what it is we want in this sort of, and transmute the more negative aspects of self. To me, this feels like a lot of shadow work, or, looking at the things we don't really want to own and actually owning them and it working in our favor. The fiery feet of this devil also make me feel like that Aries energy is about, and especially it being in the home planet of Mars, it's also going to be there for 6 months, which is like not normal. It's a long time for those two to be paired together. It has the opportunity for there to be dynamic forward movement for us. But we have to get out of our own way or be clear on where we limit ourselves or where other situations limit us in the process of doing that and how we react to those situations, right? And that's those fiery feet on that Capricorn symbol. I feel like it's that desire to move forward, but we have to maybe clear away some of the disabilities or things that get in our way. So, beginning on Sunday, some of that hard work in that 7 of Pentacles might be actually addressing or looking at, beginning to just touch on where is it that we get in our own way? What is it that we do where we slowly undermine ourselves? Or who around us may be undermining us, It's that sort of thing. So let's see what the spirit animal guide or animal spirit guide is. And we have the unicorn. Lovely. And he's staring right at the devil. It's like a stare off. We have these two sort of equine animals, again, similar to the zebra and the deer that we had the Son of Pentacles yesterday. Or was that yesterday? Yeah, it was the day before yesterday by the time you guys see this. Unicorn to me is the element of, in this deck is an element of the spirit animal. To me, the unicorn is the nice antithesis. We carry this magic of the unicorn with us throughout the entirety of the week. Unicorn was also associated with the July Sag reading. So for Sages, this might be extra important, but, or people with heavily placed Sagittarian energy, this is kind of our time to get acclimated to our unicorn. Unicorn to me feels like it's a good match off with the devil. It's sort of the light versus the dark within us. To me, the unicorn is about our true spirit, our gentle nature, the magic that resides within us, the more intuitive, darker self. I feel like we've got the masculine, we've got the feminine. Again, guys, I mean, are you seeing this or is it just me? We've got the heat of the sun down at his feet. We've got the coolness of the moon here. Unicorn also speaks to the idea with that horn coming out of the third eye, that there's like psychic awareness, connections to nature, connections to our own intuition. I think that those are really beautiful counterparts to whatever we might be dealing with. It's certainly starting by the midweek with that Queen of Wands card. If there's any sort of agitation, we want to bring in this energy of the unicorn, this peace, this awareness, this sort of connectedness within ourselves, and allow that to be our guide. There's an intuitiveness to unicorn that just allows us to be able to see where we need to go or know where we need to go without having to think or fight too much with it, if that makes sense. I don't even feel like the devil is a big fight. To me, I don't get a threat from that goat. I just think he's showing us like it's time to move. Those hot little feet are those hot little feet are telling me it's time to get trotting, people. But that Seven of Pentacles energy is also speaking that too. So this is the week to begin to start to sort of balance the energies, bring them into play, and start to like move them forward and really start to get committed to doing the work that is required to sort of manifest the things that we want. Now let's look at the grounding stone. What do we need to ground in? Now this will be the underpinning grounding stone for the week. So this is peace. I love it. Oops, sorry. Peace is drunk. So to me, this piece is sort of about the unicorn also. It's like we're giving ourselves that internal peace, working towards whatever it is that we think that is going to bring us that sort of peace of mind, peace of spirit, the sort of, you know, internal peace that we so like desire, especially in a time that's sort of so disruptive right now, right? And I think that disruption is sort of the devil energy too at the end of the week. The things that are going on around us are here to teach us in some way, shape, or form, and hopefully, as long as we're willing to like sort of do the work, defend the work that's been done, and in action, there's definitely like with this, between this Devil card and this Queen of Wands, I feel like there is definitely, or Mother of Wands, to me, there's definitely this emphasis on taking sort of action, moving forward, addressing the darker sides of whatever it is we don't want to look at, in an effort to attain this kind of, with a goal of this sort of peace in mind. We deserve this, and we need to give it to ourselves. And there's no animal more peaceful than that unicorn to help us do so. That is your forecast. Sorry it was a little quick. It is July 4th here, so I'm kind of sort of bang this out and get it done. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please give me a like if you enjoyed it, and come back tomorrow. Give me a subscribe and leave comments, questions, anything like that. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Check out your monthly Taroscopes for the month of July. They're up on the channel, and I will see you guys soon. All right, have a great day and take care.